and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
Yo, what's his name, though? Can I have it?
Well, I only know two Nicks.
Fucking piece of shit.
Step in and cut this shit off. Pete, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, and I'm pretty sure I'm dumber for having heard this.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
All right, well, now that we took an extended break,
Yeah.
we're all back with no pants.
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to do prep, wasn't I? No, we're good.
Meal prep, just buy a pizza and put one slice in each box.
Life hacks.
My weekly meal prep.
So, we're going to start in the morning. Yardley's feeling a bit hungover / concussed.
How hungover?
I mean, you took a pretty rough beating.
And you also drank like half a gallon of whiskey.
True.
Just 7 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're cat fingers.
Why don't you guys tell me? It was 7 fingers of whiskey. That's a lot of whiskey in one
no
go.
water.
And I'm sure that wasn't the first.
And that was 7 fingers after Yardley cast enlarge on his fingers.
Nice.
Don't put spell slots in my mouth, bro.
Oh, interesting. So, how's everybody handling the morning? The early morning after the celebration.
Yardley fell asleep in the fight pits after bartending. Actually, no, retcon that. He fell asleep at the bar, like leaning over his cannon.
Just leaning over the cannon.
He has it.
Okay.
Not in the
So,
fight pits.
Big Nick doesn't want to talk about it, but he didn't drink a lot, but he did something else.
Okay.
He's still fucking wired.
All right. Oh man. So he has not stopped.
No. I actually have cleaned the whole bar, and I've just kind of left everyone where they're at. So all the chairs are back in their places. All the puke is swept up to a pile.
Okay.
He's on meth.
Yes,
Okay.
because well, that's a day for another. But meth is popular in the Orc hometown.
Oh yeah.
It's like their Tylenol, right?
It's like pom-pom.
So Big Nick's doing his thing.
Yeah, so I'm like fucking jazzed, and I'm like super jittery. Like basically imagine Tweak from South Park.
Yeah.
And that's Big Nick.
Oh yeah. Raring to go.
Yeah, I also cast. Wait a minute, can I do that? What was I gonna do?
You can cast something.
On top of my other stuff, I also cast heroism on myself last night, and then I also cast Leoman's tiny hut to crowd surf. So I was like crowd surfing into Leoman's tiny hut beach ball.
Jesus Christ.
Did you burn those slots?
Oh, thank you. I did not.
Oh yeah, because you're not getting that rest.
Fucking moron, because you've been awake. You still have a shit ton of spell slots, though, so...
He's on that fist tech. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's played Witcher, but that's
I've fisted
it's
before.
fantasy. It's fantasy myth in the Witcher universe. So yeah, so he's buzzing on something. Who'd you get it from? I mean, between you and me, I'm not gonna tell nobody. I ain't no snitch, but I am writing this name down for later. Full disclosure.
So last night,
Discretion. Yo, what's his name though? Can I have it? Can I have it?
Can I have your number?
oh my God.
Girl, what's your name?
The back of your head is ridiculous.
Beans!
Oh my God, is it him?
That's a French-ass name.
He's on Beans. I got it from Beans, guys.
Jugtooth Kill Saw Scarhand. That son of a bitch. That's how he's paying. Inside the fucking semi-weekly.
He's got the bean box.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
It's not beans. Nobody wants beans like that.
No. He's using the semi-weekly to fund the bean thing. He's selling the meth in the semi-weekly because no one reads the paper.
Right. Yeah, they just unwrap
They
it.
just
and there's
eat the
meth.
paper.
Everyone wants the beans.
Right. Oh, gotcha. The beans is legit.
Yeah, the beans are legit.
Someone is doing air quotes right now.
It's
even though
Sandra
no one's doing
Bullock
air
in Bean
quotes.
Box.
I was a real fan of that Jordan Peele movie, Get Beans.
Yeah, the bean side, where she takes in the homeless, the vagrant, and teaches him how to play. Teaches him how to play football.
More of a classics fan myself. I'm into The Hunt for Red Beans.
The good, the bad, and the beanly.
Oh my god.
It should have been the good, the bean, and the ugly.
Beans and no.
Lord of the Beans.
Bean movie.
Jerry Seinfeld
Seinfeld and
voices a
Bean
bean.
movie.
Oh, here's one. Mr. Bean.
Oh my god. It writes itself. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right.
And we're back.
Okay.
Obliterated whatever rails
So,
were left.
Are we just calling Jugtooth a bean dealer?
Yeah.
Bean dealer.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll also retcon
Stealing
that
beans.
there's a special orc bean that acts like meth.
Okay. Cool.
And orc beans.
Orc beans.
Yeah. We'll say that he's from my hometown too.
Okay. Cool.
I won't say that.
Speaking of which, are you wanting to do that? Do that thing?
Right now.
Sure. Wandering in.
Okay, yeah. So,
You son of a bitch.
Big Nick has burned his spell slots, and he is at the point of passing out. So, even though Big Nick was wired all night long, he's crashing. So, Big Nick is going to go have a lie down, and by that I mean I'm going to go downstairs into the captain's office, and I'm just going to pass out. But no sooner do I do that than everyone hears a significantly thunderous smashing sound from
Oh
outside.
my god, how much HP do you have? Holy shit!
Does anyone want to go outside?
Well, Mock's still up. He never slept last night. And he didn't get fucked up like everybody else. He's just kind of feeling high
so
on
Mock,
something.
you're the first responder
Yeah,
to
with
this
no beans,
ruckus.
So you want to?
Can I see this real quick?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Hilarious.
He says without laughing or smiling.
Hilarious.
Okay, so yeah, he hears the noise and he steps out the front door.
What does he see?
Hello, I look for a big butter.
There's no fucking way.
What is he looking? What is Mock looking at?
Mock is looking at a lumbering orc. Like, basically, you wouldn't know this dude from an ogre or a troll, save for the tusks.
So Mock crosses his arms and just kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "Well, who the hell is your brother?"
Her name Nick.
Nick what?
Oh no. Don't remember so good.
Nick oh no?
Yeah, I think so.
We only know two Nicks.
Oh my god, that's such a good joke. Oh man,
Such a very specific
Yes.
podcast joke.
nice. Which one?
My brother play music.
Well, both of the Nicks I know play music.
Think.
And he's just gonna start raging. I'm just fucking smashing shit. There's like
Can't remember
carriages
good.
outside from people that drove
Oh
there
my
last
god,
night.
are you serious?
By the way, I hope it's okay. I just reflavored the name, but I start with a great axe.
Yeah.
As a barbarian, but
Yeah.
because of the themes, I named it John Henry's Hammer.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I'm
there's
thinking-
a maul. A maul is a
Right,
big
but it
hammer.
was actually weaker than the great axe. It was 1d10. The great axe is 1d12.
The
Really?
maul is 2d6.
Yeah, I thought so. A great mall.
Yeah.
Not like Mall of America, not like Hagerstown Mall.
It's up to you.
No, martial melee.
Doth
I
maul.
actually don't see great maul. I just
It's
see
just
maul.
maul. Yeah. MAUL.
Yeah.
No, there
Oh,
is.
it is 2d6.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a
I'm sorry.
great
I read that as 1d6.
Yeah, that would suck.
You have a giant
If
weapon.
you want a hammer, that's the hammer.
Yeah. So I have a maul called John Henry's Hammer.
All right, so you're rushing one of the carriages. There are, I mean, the dignitaries are the only ones. I'm way far away from the mic. The dignitaries and sort of like important people of Saltmarsh and the surrounding areas are the only people who brought carriages, and they're also wealthy enough to provide a security retinue for said carriages because they know what they're getting into. So you see someone, like one of the attendants yell, "Stop!" Like clearly, obviously, they know you're coming over to like rage.
Well, I'm already like slamming the ground and everything.
Oh, okay,
So
you're
basically,
not-
just imagine. Well, I'm like
You're like throwing a tantrum.
right. I'm throwing a tantrum
Okay.
but with my weapon and doing as much damage to the surrounding vicinity as I possibly can.
Okay. You're pretty much in like a good like dirt area where you can rage and you're not hitting anything at the time.
Okay. I was hoping it was a little bit more jam
Oh,
packed.
oh yeah. It's. I mean,
Who's the council member that we don't like, the real shady one?
Anders?
Can we direct him to his office and say Nick is there?
I mean, Captain's not around right now. Y'all do it.
It's up to you. Yardley's kind of passed out at the moment.
So Mock yells at him, and he just says downtown, and kind of gives him general, like, very easy to understand directions to Anders' office.
Cool.
Okay.
He's gonna walk right into the front door.
all right.
He calmed down a little bit when he saw the guys pulling swords out when I was getting close to the carriages.
Yeah.
And then Mock's going to go downstairs to the office and try and wake Nick up and
Yeah.
say, hey, I think I found your brother.
I don't have a brother. Good time to chew.
Oh, are you downstairs now?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to go
Okay.
try and wake Nick up.
Okay. Can you make a roll because I crashed hard?
Trying to like wake him up.
Opposed.
Punching roll.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah, opposed
Yeah.
medicine against
Percussive.
What about athletics for
medicine.
shaking?
Athletics. I don't know.
I'm going to shake him until he wakes
medicine
up.
percussive maintenance.
Yeah.
That's what works best with children, I hear. Just shake them until they wake up.
Okay, and 8 plus what? Is it medicine? 12.
Yeah. You, I mean, you're like groggy but conscious.
Okay. Sweet. All right. What? Mock, what do you want?
There was this thing outside that said it had a brother named Nick.
Oh my god, is Gunkbog here?
Well, I don't know if that's what you call it or not, but it's either your brother or the other Nick's brother.
Well, the other Nick is apparently a changeling, and I don't know how they reproduce, but I have a half brother, and he's an orc, and he's not the brightest.
Well, I sent him to Anders.
What do I hear upstairs?
Oh, did he come in the...
Yeah.
I thought you said he went, like...
No, in the front door of the bar.
Stomping around.
So I imagine
Speaking of
Captain
which.
is crashing in his office at this point. I imagine with Captain's storied history with Big Nick, Captain probably knows who. He's probably
Gunkbog.
familiar with Grunkpog?
Gunkbog.
Gunkpog. He's
Gunk Bog, not Pog. It's in Twitch chat.
Poggers!
Punkmog?
Poggers, guys!
boys!
Sorry.
Oh my god. Monk Dog?
Gunk bog.
Gunk Bog.
Gunk bog.
Or just Gunk. We've just been calling him Gunk.
Gunk.
Trunk sog.
Less balls.
So I'm pretty sure.
Gunk in the
Is
trunk.
Captain familiar with Gunk Bog's existence? Since we go way back?
Yeah, I talked about him a few times. I didn't know him very well when we were running together because Big Nick, the real Big Nick, grew up in Saltmarsh. His dad was human and his mom was orc. But when his dad died, his mom moved back to the orc city because she was actually she ascended to the throne. And Big Nick didn't want anything to do with that because he likes the human side of himself better. Which, you know, how many half orcs are bards, right? So I knew that I had a brother, and I knew that like he was a full orc, and like I didn't know that much about him on our early deep lore adventures. So you know that he exists, I would say.
This is that full-blooded brother you've been telling me about.
Yeah. Well, since while I was at college, I got a chance to know him a little better, and yeah, he's interesting.
Go on.
Well, let me put you
From upstairs.
You know, our kind isn't necessarily gifted with intelligence.
No, not you, Big Nick.
No, that's the human side.
Yeah.
Captain's gonna give the biggest, most sarcastic gasp of his life.
Well, what I'm wondering is, what did the full orc study when he was at college with you?
Oh no.
I don't think he was I don't think you were implying he was a
Gunkbog adjunct.
Gunk bog have tenure. They can't move me if they want.
He was a janitor.
PhD janitor.
Me clean out intern's mouth with fist.
Oh my god.
Colleges need a bouncer, I guess.
He was the one that was just fucking huffing paint in the back.
Oh, I remember
He was
those.
perfectly literate before he went. Just too much MDMA.
So,
not
Big
enough.
Nick, on a scale of 1 to Grim, how shall I be dealing with this grungbog?
Is like Grim a compliment or?
Have you met Grim?
Yeah, that's why I want to know what your scale is, because if Grim's a 10, this is a 1 situation here.
Captain kind of cracks his
He
knuckles.
he needs his hand held at every time. He can't be left alone. Basically, mom assigned him to the outer realm of the orc city. Basically, his job is to live in a cave and watch ships come in and out.
Oh my god.
I can see Captain
Okay.
holding his hand
So-
as they're walking along.
We already had Francis, and we had to hold his hand all the time.
No, we had to hold the player's hand.
Yeah, good
not
point.
Francis's
Good,
hand.
good point. Oh man. Well,
Yeah, fuck
Captain,
you,
what are you
Francis.
gonna do with that? He doesn't listen.
He actually does. He knows Yardley.
Really?
Yeah.
Goddamn right he does.
All right, so
I guess you don't read the group chat.
Yeah.
Because there's 7 of them.
I'm too busy writing, assuming.
Captain is not going to take out the gun because he knows if he just shoots him, he's going to make him
Make him
mad.
And then the Candygram's the bitch.
Of mice and men immediately.
Maybe we should try and light him on fire.
Nah, so Captain, did we canonically send him to Anders?
No, he's
No,
upstairs.
he tried to send me to Anders,
Oh, okay.
but I ended up going in the front door of the bar.
Refused.
So Gunkbog is upstairs making a tirade right now.
All right, so Captain's
up Seamus.
gonna
You wanna go upstairs?
gonna meander up the stairs and
Make an opposed athletics for me.
As Gunkbog?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rager.
crit.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right, so
shit.
Captain, as you're coming up,
Nat 26.
you see Seamus's ass flying at you at terminal velocity. Can I have a dexterity or a dexterity save to jump out of the way, or strength to catch him?
I willingly failed this roll. The captain has dreamed about this day.
You take the full brunt of Seamus's asshole, and ass cheeks like closing around your nose and cheeks,
Of course.
and you just get a real whiff. You get the strongest whiff.
It's that
Can
South
he
Park
roll for-
episode where Mr. Garrison shoved Paris Hilton up his ass.
and Seamus like deflects off of you like a ricocheted bullet, and so you like stagger to get yourself, and then you see this this full orc sort of like flipping over tables and just causing a rucks.
So he
Your
first
new
looks
bar.
down at his. Is Seamus like unconscious still?
He's not unconscious, but have you ever seen that GIF or like video of the raccoon getting flung out of the gorilla enclosure?
Yeah.
He like twirls. Yeah, that's what happened to Seamus.
Yeah. So first, Captain's gonna look over at Seamus and go, "Seamus, is it possible for your asshole to get scurvy? Because that's what it smells like."
You're not quite a flower yourself.
Well, we'll table this discussion.
You might have smelled me ass, but I smelled you back.
You want to know what that means?
I don't know what the fuck that means, but I do know that you're one of the good ones.
Only the most legendary dwarves are able to smell with their assholes.
So he's gonna look at Grunkbog over here.
Jesus.
I'm never gonna get this guy's name
Gunk
right.
bog.
Crump smog.
I imagine it's in character.
He's gonna look over at a grumpy schmag over here.
Yeah.
And go like, "What are you doing in my bar?"
Don't know, Captain. Looking for my bubber.
So now at this point, the captain's a little intrigued. He's like, "Now, how did you know I was a captain?"
My mommy told you, Captain.
AR's just playing himself.
Oh man.
Your mother told you about me.
My mommy told you about you.
What else did your mother tell you?
Don't remember.
But you remember I was a captain.
That is Captain Dorf.
Captain, who the fuck is this? Eggplant Boy is like pleading.
Okay, so for those at home, the tears aren't the only thing right now. There's the amount of drool and spittle flying out of AR's mouth as he's doing the voice.
Oh my god. As if the sweat wasn't enough moisture in this room. Oh, he's gonna be Moisty Boys podcast.
The Supple Boys.
It will be salty again when we dry.
Oh yeah.
Now, what if I told you there, scrummy bags, that I knew exactly where your brother was?
Where, Bubba?
Aye. Your brother is just down here if you want to be following me down.
Okay.
Alright, so Captain's gonna
There he
carefully
goes.
lead Scrummy Bags here to his brother's place of sleeping.
Yarly's gonna wake up.
You see like this big lumbering oaf like
What in the wide world of sports is going on?
What's the bean, Mr. Taggart?
I say you had enough.
Mel Brooks, if you're listening, we need another movie.
it's Yardley, man.
Yarly's gonna pour himself a drink and be like, "What in the?"
Lion.
It's best you don't ask questions right now, Mr. Quiffin.
Are you
Captain.
following after?
What was that? I'm
Are
sorry.
you following after?
He's just gonna stay at the bar and just look at what the hell's happening right now.
Fair enough.
Buck's still down there with Nick, and he's hearing noise, and he's just counting 3, 2, 1.
And then
Dorsey.
he sees his big butter.
Big butter.
Oh my god. And immediately, shit, I'm gonna have to do this with myself. Okay, so I'm
AR's about to play with him.
opposed athletics
Motherfucker
against
didn't-
myself.
Didn't think about that.
So Gunkbog rolled another crit. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, I hope Big Nick really
He just kills Big Nick.
You can willingly fail a roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. So it was an 18 to a crit.
Okay.
I mean, the crit was gonna win either,
yeah,
unless
I
you
know.
roll 2 crits. And
I know
then,
that was what I was hoping for.
and then you win an Ultra Instinct and then kill Jiren.
It's the scene in Predator where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers like do the arms like.
Don't forget about Topher Grace and the new Predator.
So
It was
Gunkbog
really
picks
bad. Don't watch it. Shit.
Gunkbog picks Big Nick up and squeezes him so tight that his normally green skin turns purple, and then lets him go and says, "Yes, Bubba, Mommy sent me find you." And then Big Nick goes, "Oh my God, why?" And then he said, "Something about Crystal and a boat. I remember." Gunkbog has a
yes.
10 wisdom and a 7 intelligence.
It's the lore dump I was waiting for.
And that concludes the deep lore for Gunkbog.
The deep lore for Gunkbog is just John Cage's 433.
Oh my god. With a little bit of Stephen Reich thrown in just for flavor.
A little Jackson Pollock. Fuck. So, well, what a touching reunion. Where do we go from here?
Well, Gunkbog has a piece of paper,
Oh shit.
and it's actually well written. It's written in Orc, but proper Imperial Dwarven style.
Okay.
So Orc uses the Dwarven alphabet, which he then hands to Big Nick because Big Nick is the only one that he knows that's Orc that can read that he grew up with.
Cool.
And it's from his mom, who is the Queen of the Orcs. Who he doesn't really talk to very much anymore. And she said basically something to the effect of, I heard you were in need of some guidance. Follow...
So I said Gunkbog.
Gunkbug really adjunct. You thought that was joke. Gunkbug really smart.
Gunkbog only pawn in game of life.
I was waiting for it.
All of Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Don't tap out too early.
Well, howdy, ma'am. Ain't it a lovely morning?
I can't even finish that.
No, we can't.
Oh my god. So basically, what the gist of this paper is, the Queen of the Orcs knows something about these crystals that were keeping the town cold, and we need to go get one in order to get to the Orc stronghold. And Gunkbog knows where to find them how to, excuse me, harvest one.
Can he
Do
smell
we
them?
die to change the armor to orange armor? That's an old school RuneScape reference for a quest.
Ooh.
I don't get it. That's because you didn't fucking play it. You idiot.
Yeah. So it's like a missive from the orcish sort of city settlement tribe.
Yeah. It's a very busy port where the orc Big Nick's hometown is a very busy port under a mountain. The only way in and out besides the walking cave entrances, it's a magical underground lake. And there's like these little, it's like star shaped, and there's these little arms that go off, and there's like, they're portals. So your ship has to have a keystone to get in and out of the.
Oh.
So we gotta basically find one for the SSS.
Is it kind of like the Bifrost?
It's like the Bifrost.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's got Idris Elba at the end.
But
but he's an orc.
But the thing about it is the orcs don't believe in practicing magic. They think it's for wussies. So all of their magic is outsourced. So only the queen and like a handful of advisors know where to get these crystals and how to enchant them. So,
And that includes Gunkbog.
no, he just knows where to find them. He knows where to find the guy to enchant them.
Okay.
Because his mom told him. But he knows how to mine the crystal. But that's it.
Did his mom pack him his Dunkaroos as well? So he went to the fucking
Out of Gogurt.
No got no go-good, mom.
Where's his chicken tendies? All right. So, where's Gunkbog's last trail for finding one of these keystones?
So,
Expert detective.
Gunkbog knows that he doesn't remember where,
Okay.
but they're in the drowned forest.
Oh yeah. Probably figures. Well, shit! I can just pick up some keystone down the road.
You want some nanny daddy too?
Cool. So, something that Big Nick might know. Give me a Arcana check from Big Nick.
Okay, let me switch
I'm
back.
gonna
real
have you
quick.
like flip over.
Do you want me to bring my phone so you have two character sheets going at the same time?
I actually have this character sheet on my phone. I just started using my iPad. This is a good plan.
Hair doesn't have enough screens
Tell you
in
what,
front
go
of
ahead
him.
and roll, and then we can see what your bonus is later.
All right. So you want to roll what? Arcana for
Arcana,
Big Nick?
yeah.
That is
Wow.
That's sorry. That is an 12.
Okay. That's enough, given your background, to know that each of these keystones are attuned. You mentioned a little earlier in a message, like a lot of them are like sort of air quote mundane keystones, where they're like not attuned, or they're attuned to the earth, so they're fairly inert. But the ones like the Firestone that was in Saltmarsh that you guys got was attuned to the plane of fire. The Ice Stone was attuned to the plane of water.
Would Yardley know anything about those
Possibly.
keystones?
Yeah, very possibly. Do you want to make a Arcana or History? Whichever skill you choose, I'll spend the information you want that way.
I mean, it's the same either way.
Okay.
16.
For which one?
This is the same. We'll go with history.
History. You know that keystones were used by like great and powerful wizards to all kinds of effects. They're kind of like Swiss Army knives, and they're like movable nodes of elemental energy. When you're specifically talking about the ones that are attuned to the planes. And even there are, in addition to the sort of mundane ones, there are, what's the word? There are artifact keystones that are considered rare even among the keystones. And they are, well, maybe Yardley can tell me. Are they attuned to? Are they attuned like other keystones, or are they not?
They're
Or are
attuned to the plane of light.
I was about to say, so I
Different in a
imagine there's
certain
like
Keystone lights.
God damn it.
Damn, you beat me to that joke.
Jesus Christ,
That's good shit.
a 1 year setup all for the keys.
All right. So I'm overriding this. It's the Keystone Light is the one in the Drowned Forest that Gunkbog is
The portal ones have to be attuned to the plane of light.
So I imagine there's like some that coincide with the elements, and then there's some that could coincide with different actual planes of existence. Would that be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
I mean, the plane of water is like a real place. Like you can go.
So like Feywild, like plane of water,
Yeah.
and okay. So Yardley is not as like he in his studies. Like I mean, he's mostly like studying and making attuned items and whatnot. But he does have a good bit of magical knowledge. But like he wasn't exactly excelling at like
Keystone 101.
yeah planar knowledge and keystones. But he does have a little bit of information about that. But I think it's pretty much like he would know that each one is attuned to a different plane, and some rare ones could be, I guess. Like, is it like teleporting or more like just...
Yeah, so the keystone itself, when you move through the portal, it acts like a compass almost. So you want a skilled navigator who can, and it can be any kind of like any person who's magically inclined can sort of like read the keystone as you navigate through the etheric winds.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much what Yardley would
Cool.
know about that.
Does anybody else want to throw some detail? Anybody particularly inspired? About
Yardley's
keystones?
chugging a Pedialyte right now to get over this hangover. so-
Yeah, feel that.
I had an idea and I lost it.
That's all right. So you,
That's
good.
in
y'all are
character
like
for
sort
you.
of standing in the captain's like cramped office with Gunkbog and
Well,
Big Nick.
yeah, Gunkbog is sitting on Big Nick.
Nice. Sit together. Well, what all are you planning on doing? What's the next course of action?
Let's go find some keystones.
Captain.
What?
Gotta go to ground forest, Captain. I help you get the rock.
Now, Mr. Gunkbog is his name?
That's my name.
That's a lovely name, sir. My name is Yardley Quiffin.
Hey there, Yachty.
Can you say Yardley?
Hey, no.
See, it's like yard, and you put Lee at the end of it. Say ya.
Cool whip.
Cool Whip, that's almost Yardley, but say ya,
Yeah.
and say ah, and then say ble, and then put it together. What you got?
Breakfast?
Boy, that is almost close enough to be Yardley, but Beffis is pretty close to Yardley. Similar kind of cadence, but you know what? So, Mr. Gunkbog, you said we need to get to the Drowned Forest.
Go down forest.
Now, I'm not super familiar with that Drowned Forest. What can you tell me about that Drowned Forest, Mr. Skunk Mog? Spunk Bog? Blog? Gunk Bog, that's what it was. That's right, Gunk Bog. What can you tell me about the Drowned Forest? What did your sweet mama tell you about the Drowned Forest?
Got a lot of mushrooms.
A lot of mushrooms, you say, boy. What kind of mushrooms they got in that drowned forest over there?
Fried shrimp.
They drowned fried shrimp mushroom, boy?
Fried shrimp.
Boy, what you know about them drowned fried shrimp-ass mushroom-looking pieces of shit?
Step in and cut this shit off. This is the dumbest. Alright, normally I'm pro RP, but this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And I'm pretty sure I'm dumber for having heard this.
God, it's like Forrest Gump meets like Colonel Sanders.
Oh, shit. Alright.
Oh, we really had to set the stage for how poor a conversation
So you're
Gunkbog
going to
is.
pull a map
Alright,
out.
you guys are never allowed to talk again.
I'm just gonna jump in here and say the only one that he can hang a conversation with successfully is Big Nick.
Now, boy, I felt an omniscient presence tell me I can't talk to you, but Gunkbog, I want you to tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, live in a cave.
Love it. Captain, do you know how to get to the drowned forest? Because Yardley has not been to the drowned forest.
That's plenty of detail. Oh my god.
So what do we
Alright,
need
well.
these rocks for?
Funny enough, fucking Christ.
Rock makes
Mock
ship
brings
go through magic.
Alright, we'll go into the drowned forest. Why the hell not?
Yardley's going to relay the information he knows about the stones to Mock in his own special way.
We're going to the drowned forest, Mark. You coming or not?
Well, of course.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Back to this place.
On their way out, though, Captain is gonna stop by Eggplant Boy real fast.
Yes. He's not far. He's still in the bar.
Yeah, so Captain's gonna come up. He's gonna do his best. He's gonna he's mean mugging him right now. It's like, Got a bone to pick with you, eggplant boy.
He sets his hand sort of on his hip. Oh, Captain?
So he pulls out the gun that he made for him, which he affectionately calls now the Q of C, question of courage.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "It's a remarkable craftsmanship, lad."
He says, I did my best, but, I mean...
Aye, your best supersedes your potential there, lad. But you've made a grave error.
Error?
A proper captain needs a proper arm to keep to his side, and seems you've done and given yours to someone else less worthy, I imagine.
He says, he thinks on your words, and with like a sharp realization, he says, with sort of like a wicked grin, he says, "Oh, is that so?"
Aye. So Captain's gonna pull out his own rapier. He's had this sword since his beginning days as a corsair. Probably got passed down from flintlock to flintlock.
Dread Pirate Roberts to Dread Pirate Roberts.
He kind of like grabs a dish rag and kind of like polishes a little bit. It's even though it's like been kind of worn and notched, it's still got like he can still polish it to like a mirror sheen. He kind of sticks the business in on a table in front of Eggplant Boy and kind of puts the sheath right down next to it and goes, "Ah, yes. Suppose you've earned yourself a title there, lad. Take care of it as I've taken care of it."
He puts his hand down, and with like a sort of like kerchunk and a click, he puts his hand on this weird device that Yardley had noticed earlier. And you see that it's a sort of like spinning device that on one end has an extremely short like basic firearm, and then on the other hand that flips around is the dagger that you first gave him.
Damn.
And he says, "You've only given me one blade in the past, but I'll cherish this second one."
Aye, that you will. This one has a lot more memories etched into it, so see to it that you do.
Says it'll have a place of honor here.
All right, lad. That'll do.
There's also a backwards F engraved on the blade.
That looks like an S.
Backwards F, because he can't write F normal.
Oh, okay.
He writes his flintlock with backwards F.
It's fortissimo.
The sword is called the Chet.
The chat. Some F's in the oh my god. All right.
Now what about them poggers, boy?
So am I right in saying you guys are setting out for the Drowned Forest?
We're setting out.
Big Nick is staying at the bar because he is A, really coming down off that buzz from last night, and B, since it's mostly his bar,
Come down on them beans!
He's got to help clean it up. And also, he really doesn't want to deal with his brother right now.
You got a pussy, Big Nick.
Yeah. So,
Just the acceptance.
so Captain, I'm not going to argue with you, but you have to take this. And
Then he points at Gunkbog.
yes, but then he said this will help calm him down. So he pulls out a raven's feather. Just get him behind the ears if he's raging too long.
Yarley will actually take that as quickly as he seems like, boy, this is a battle of wits that I love having. Take that raven's feather.
What the wit? Mock looks at Big Nick and he's like, "Do we just stab him with this thing?"
No, boy. I've had my experiences with these fellows before. They like simple things. We don't stab to just make them mad. What we do, he plays with it for a little bit.
He also, you got to tickle him behind the ears.
Well, that's what I mean. You stab him behind the ear.
No. You tickle. You don't stab.
When you get it deep enough, it'll take care of it.
Now, Mark, I know your plan is to go deep and hard, but sometimes you just gotta stay on top. Just tickle a little bit.
My God.
All right,
Never
let's go.
more.
So, as you sort of gather your immediate vicinity, things in your immediate vicinity to set out, how much are you prepping?
So Captain remembers that there's some bugs and there's some like real hard like drugs and shit. Does Atalatha or Zendros have anything that can like any sort of like bug ward or like any sort of shit that can help?
Yeah, I'd say if you're looking for like a especially like potent like magic bug repellent, that would be at Captain Zendros. If you wanted to sort of like kit yourself out for the journey, that would be Atalatha.
Yardley would like to go to Adelatha.
wherever the captain's going.
And then
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to change my mind. You're going to Adelatha's. I'm going to come with you.
Cool.
Because you have the feather.
Yeah.
And Captain will go to Zendros just so we can
Cool.
two birds, one stone kind of deal.
Yeah, it's not going to take much. What are you willing to spend for, like, bug repellent?
I will kit out my whole party if we don't have to deal with fucking bugs again.
Oh, those, like, sturges?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially Sturge Be Gone. You had to hire exterminators to smoke sturges out of the haunted house as well, because they were up in the attic. You guys never saw that.
Fuck.
And,
All those bikers up in the attic. I'm surprised we didn't hear them.
yeah, it's 25
Sturges.
gold per dose. So one dose will last a day, and it'll just prevent sturges from being hostile to you.
He's going to buy 8.
Okay, you can do it.
So you said they're 25 each?
25 gold a dose.
Yardley's going to go to Adelatha and be like, "Excuse me, Miss Adelatha, I got it now. How are you?
Good job, Yardley.
How are you today?
Hi, laddie. Hello.
Don't mind him. He's a
From the
friend.
old country. I
Hello.
see. Yeah, yes. He's a good boy, isn't he?
He's a
Hi,
great
Gunk.
boy.
Oh, I see. What
Only
can I help
the
you
best.
with?
I've never been to the Drowned Forest before, but I've heard it's a ripping sort of time. Now
No.
I've got some money in my pocket ready to burn, and I need you to kit me and my friends out. And I want you to give me your best recommendation for things I can use to protect myself and my friends.
Well, what's your budget?
I've got $2,000.
Oh, well, I can certainly kit you out.
Do it.
Okay. We'll say you have like $2,000 in kit. That's going to get you like a good amount of stuff.
I can imagine for 25 gold for a dose of Sturgis free, then
Yeah. I'm kind of more inclined to say like narratively, you've spent like almost a king, well, not a king's ransom. You spent like a nobleman's ransom in gold to make sure that you're like safe. Basically, you could pay people to carry you through the drowned forest. Like that's how much you're spending.
Oh.
So you will have rations on rations for days. You will eat like kings while
That's
you're.
a lot of rations.
Yeah. So I mean, like you tell me what you want, like to get in there.
Okay. I'm basically looking to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Or I'm
As comfortable
for
as
the
you
party to be comfortable in the drowned forest.
Yeah.
Well, Big Nick is entrusting the captain with his Foley boat, Mark II.
Oh, tell you what, with $2,000, you can basically get the medieval equivalent of one of those like amphibious vehicles.
Shit.
I mean, isn't that basically what the Foley boat is?
Kinda, yeah. Oh yeah.
So I guess I don't need the boat then.
Yeah, because we kept the sail, and then I got it repaired for 250 gold.
Although no, it won't. You won't be able to travel on dry land, but with the $2,000, she can make it so that.
Well, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
but once we get there, that's where it gets tough. We can walk to the
But we
edge
have
of
a
the
fucking
universe.
APC.
We can put treads
They
on the
move
Foley
faster.
boat.
Captain's not there, but he
Treads.
approves of this message.
Basically, it's kitting it out to be all terrain, and then you're kitted out with rations and stuff.
Ma'am, now I've got $2,000, and what we need is comfort, and also to be well taken care of. So how about this? I'll tell you what I want. I need this vehicle to go on land, sea, and be able to house us. Will $2,000 do that for you?
Yes.
Then you have sold me on all that, on all fronts.
So, in addition to the like padding the the hull of the boat so that when it travels on land it doesn't damage it. At night you can like prop up these like awnings over, and then canvas walls will drop down, and then you can like cinch it around so that nothing like no bugs and stuff get in. In addition, you get like the super ultra premium rations, so it's good eating. You'll see that when you get there.
Now, Miss Adelatha, I'd say you've outdone yourself on this one.
Oh, happy to be of service, Yardley, and appreciate your business.
My business is always yours forever now, ma'am.
Wow, I appreciate loyalty.
Gunkbog's off in the corner of the shop trying to play with the magical guns and stuff.
Yeah, there's also the like children's corner with the like beads that go up
Yes,
and down.
that's where Gunkbog is.
Yeah,
The children's gun
they're
beads.
shaped like guns. Yeah. So
You'll have to excuse Gungbog, ma'am. He's a well-meaning soul, but he's He's not very smart.
I've dealt with folk from the old country, and they're just a different kind of breed. That's all that there is.
I see you've assimilated my accent too, as well.
Ah,
Mr.
hey, haven't I? Yeah! Oh my god, my ear balls.
I just started shooting in the store now. Like a ship with that AK-47 in the militant camp in Ghana.
Jesus. So, as you guys are gathered together up on the folding boat, start to crest the hill, you see something perhaps you didn't expect, leaving the drowned forest, coming towards you, and that is a horde of orcs. And we'll leave that for next time.
Buck's still in the front of the boat like Captain Morgan.
It's a purely visual gag.
Yeah.
For all of our visually impaired listeners, I'm sorry.
For all of our hearing impaired listeners, you're welcome.
Welcome.
I mean,
Well, the
after this
hologram
episode,
of
all of
Ralph
our
Macchio got it.
after this episode, all of our listeners will be hearing impaired.
Yeah. Good point.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching.